Alright guys, welcome back. So it's been a while since we have talked about Big Bear, BBAI stock. So I was pretty much waiting for them to report earnings and then take a look at this stock. Well, they reported earnings and stock is so far trading after market close at around 518, 520 bucks. So from 7, yeah, it's a pretty big decline, 20, 25, whatever it is. But we'll see where it's going to open tomorrow. But before we talk about the levels I'm watching for this name, let's talk about this. So this is their quarterly, okay, financials. So you can see somewhere, let me get my tool, somewhere right around here, last year they had pretty good, like you can see, like every quarter, even though they were reporting like less revenue, but at least the growth, right? So when a company is in a growing stage, that's what market cares about, right? If you're losing money, okay, we get it, but at the same time, if you're growing and you're losing money, that's fine, right? You can trade at a higher valuation. But as soon as you report like your revenue starts going down, or if you have a quarter over quarter revenue declines, which just happened, I think last quarter, I think they had this, what is it March 31st, 34.7 million, and today what did they report? So they reported, I think expectation was 41 million, 41 point estimate, and then the sales came out 32.47, and at the same time bigger miss, but at the same time they guided lower. Okay, so this is not the only AI name actually that is doing that. So I think earlier I saw, which company, AI, C3 AI, I think that stock closed 25% down as well, I think because of earnings too, or they just pre-released the numbers, I think. And here's what I'm watching for Big Bear. So 5 is very pivotal for this name because after getting over this 5, it had this rally in the beginning of the year, and again came straight back down to wipe out this pump and dump. I think I have covered this so many times over the last year or so, and I have given this example, and I'm just gonna show it again too. Like so far, this is the theme, okay? So there's nothing you can argue about that one. This is just a fact. Just go straight back and just come straight back down, and pretty much this is the definition of a pump and dump. If it had higher high, if it broke out of this, let's say 8-9, yeah, it would have broken the trend and it would have gotten that would have been a different case. But just by looking last 2 years of price action, all the rallies, this is just pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. So if this rally that we had, which was a bit different, it wasn't like straight up, but it went up from 250-ish all the way to 850, and now we're trading at 5. So even if it holds that $5, sure, that's not a big deal for me. But if it goes lower, especially 200-day moving average, let's take a look at that one. So now I'm watching. So it broke the 50-day, which is yellow line on my chart. This yellow line is your 50-day moving average. Some people watch it as a trend line. I do it too. So anytime stock is trading above 50, yeah, it's still in an uptrend. But as soon as it cracks below 200-day moving average, which means, yeah, it's trading below the average price that people paid over the last 200 days trading sessions. And if stock price is trading below 200-day moving average, that means, yeah, yearly trend is down. So the stock is in a downtrend 100%. But here we were chopping around. I don't remember what I was talking about last time. I think I was talking about dilution and possibly $10+ for this stock if it broke that 850 and pushed higher, $9-10 levels. Never got back above 850, I think. Never closed above 850, and kind of like faded, was hovering around 50-day moving average, and now we are little above the 200-day moving average. So now I don't know where it's going to open tomorrow, but if it opens around these levels and it solves off all the way to 200-day moving average, at the moment this red line on my chart, 420, that's the support I would be watching. Some sort of a relief bounce at these levels. In terms of, let's take a look at this. Actually, I just wanted to see if there were any cluster of orders that were sold or purchased in the last few weeks. Yeah, I'm seeing profit taking like that was happening already. I wasn't just looking at this stock. I wasn't even making videos for a while, but it was July 16th, July 21st, July 24th. When it pushed to these levels, profit takers came in and its stock pulled back to 6. And then as it rallied, I'm seeing some other orders, but these are not like significant orders, but still like number 17, 13 million at 672. And then right here at 714, $8 million order. And today, August 11th today, right? So at $7.09, $10 million order came in right at the close, at market close too. So yeah, these are profit takers. And in terms of options, could you have told by the options if people were bearish or bullish? Let's take a look. 180,000 calls traded, 84,000 puts traded. So 32% of the puts were at the asking price. Yeah, it was kind of mixed bag. I can't tell that. Yeah, there are more calls that traded, but calls could have been sold to the bidder, which I'm seeing early on in the morning. Somebody sold 7 call because it executed at the bid, 2,000 contracts, September $7 calls. And then what I'm seeing is 650 for August, $8. So most of them in the middle, but yeah, just by looking at today's option activity, I just could have told that it doesn't look too bullish or too bearish, because I'm not seeing too much of a bearish activity either. But there were some puts that were even executed at the bid. Yeah, if I was like before earnings report looking at the option activity here, I would have been just neutral. I wouldn't have been able to predict that this type of a 25% decline. So, but here we are, stock is down. I'm not going to be surprised, let's say, if it opens in the morning at around these $4.20, because they just reported it's been only 1 hour, so we'll see where it opens in the morning. But this is the area I would be watching, and that's your last defense. So below 200-day moving average, yeah, it's going to be hard for this stock to get going, considering all the people who are back holding at these levels. That will be putting pressure as soon as the stock tries to pop. So any pop will expect sellers, or maybe even similar like last time you saw the price action, right? It might turn into something like this. It can hover around 200-day moving average just like this, like quite some time, until, I don't know, some positive news, something in terms of their like contracts, whatever, some sort of catalyst. But until then, yeah, I think I'm not gonna be. I'm a breakout trader and breakout trader, so I have my alert until this stock gets back above 870. Yeah, I'm not gonna be looking. I don't like to like try to bottom tick the stock either if it's plunging too much. So this is a small cap risk on name, so they lose money, they're burning cash, so there's no reason to do that in terms of like trying to buy the dip with these kind of stocks. But again, this is just purely my opinion. I'm not trading this stock. I don't have any shares. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is just the update that we have been talking about this one, but it's been a while. This is just the update for BBAI, Big Bear stock. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.